10 minutes later, I like more of that feed now, please. That's a good feed. I was so high. I was on the 12th floor at Herman Hospital. And the hospital only has 9 stories. And a friend of mine put a bracelet on my wrist after one of the surgeries. There's a WWJD bracelet. You know what that is? What would Jesus do? I didn't know what it meant. And I'm coming off the anesthetic. I'm pretty wasted. And I'm looking at this WWJD. I thought it was a website for Jack Daniels. But I'm out of the hospital and I'm performing again. Stand-up, propped-up comedy. I was just in Mexico last week. And you get some good buys in Mexico, don't you? I bought this watch for $1 in Mexico. I got it last Friday at 3:15. It's a Rolejo. Next week I'm doing stand-up comedy in Louisiana in a rest home. This place called the Agent Cajun. A lot of people ask me what it's like, how's my love life going as a comedian with all these health problems. Here's my answer. Man, I have not been laid since, well, 3:15. I bought that in Mexico too. For $1, but you know. So I grew up here in Houston. I was the youngest of 4 kids. And looking back, I'll never forget how excited I was. My dad came home from work one day. He told me we were putting in a pool. I'll never forget how pissed off I was when he told me to go out in the car and bring it in. I started as a musician. I was a classical pianist. I played, recitals. I would play Beethoven, and audiences would boo me. And I'd go, hey, I didn't write this shit. I got my very first job in Louisiana. Grew up in Houston, got my first job in a place called Eunice, Louisiana. Anybody heard of that? Because I made it up. That's pretty funny weird.
There is one, though.
No, it's a very small town in Louisiana, southern central, near Lafayette. In fact, your headliner, Carl Falkenberry, and I met in this radio station a long time ago. I was a disc jockey on a 250-watt radio station. My hair dryer has 1,400. What the fuck is this? I'm on the other first day. Oh, good morning. It's 7:15. Time to check traffic. Okay, the light is green. This traffic report brought to you by the store. Well, Carl and I both had a lot of great jobs in the radio. We were both traffic reporters back in the 80s here in Houston. I was a mobile unit for Metro Traffic Control. Drive around in a company car, 2-way radio in the car, do freeway updates from the vehicle. I swear to God, this is my first report. Good morning. Inbound on the North Freeway, traffic is very heavy. Inbound at Shepherd, there's a 4-car major accident. I have a good vantage point of it here from my car. 2 cars I hit are blocking the 2 right-hand lanes, and the bastard that hit me is blocking the center lane. Please call a wrecker and avoid the area. Man, I would make up my own traffic report. It's always the same every day anyway, ready? Right? You can get hurt out there on the freeways, actually reporting on traffic. So I would make them up. Northbound to West Loop, traffic very heavy. Northbound at Woodway, there's a huge tire blocking the right-hand lane. Now the real cause of the problem, northbound Memorial, there's a stalled 17-wheeler in the left-hand lane. This is about the time we both started doing stand-up comedy. And we had this gig to do in Austin. And so we had to leave town. I had to get out of town by 4:30 to head to Austin to get there in time for the gig. But I'm supposed to be on the Katy Freeway until 6:30 doing my traffic. Well, I figured, just because you're in Katy, Brookshire, Sealy, it's still the Katy Freeway, right? Columbus. I did one from LaGrange, Smithville. I did my last Katy Freeway report from Bastrop, Texas. Almost all the way to Austin. My radio wouldn't pick up from that far away, so I had to phone it in. Stopped at a payphone. There's 2 payphones together at this gas station. There's a good old boy at the next payphone wearing coveralls and a gimme cap, and he sees me walk up to the next payphone and go, 3, 2, 1, mark. Outbound the Katy Freeway. Traffic starts slowing down just before the West Loop. Doesn't break up until you get to Highway 6. I'm Unit 9 for Metro. I hung up the phone. He turns to me. He says, you can see that far? My next job in radio, I had my own talk show. Hosted my own call-in show. But I would get these weird calls. It'd be like, hi, caller number 1, you're on the air. Yeah, my wife accuses me of sleepwalking. Well, what time do you usually get up, sir? In about an hour. Hello, is this on? But I'm a popped-up comic. This is what I do for a living now. I go from town to town. I make fun of the town I just came from. I can't wait to get out of here. I love Houston. I've lived here most of my life. I love Houston in the winter time. That's my favorite time. You know the winter in Houston, February 12th? But people who've been here a while can tell you, if you're new to the area, every 5, 10, 15 years, Houston will get an ice storm, right? Or even snow. I've seen it snow here. Let me tell you something. If you've never seen it, snow in Houston, Houstonians drive great on ice. You throw 3 ice cubes on the Gulf Freeway, cars are fucking spinning out, man. A Texan will tell you how to drive on ice. I'll tell you how to drive on that shit. You just go as fast as you want. Then you get on overpass, and then you hit your brakes. That's what you do. Man. And the weathermen in this town go nuts during really cold weather like that. Don't they? Ladies and gentlemen, a snowflake has been spotted in Tomball. The snowflake is moving east at 25 miles per hour. It should be in Conroe by dinner time. For God's sake, don't leave your home! That's also the time of the rodeo, the winter in Houston. Houston goes country western, ate shit during the rodeo. I was thinking this year, can you imagine some family from like Michigan or New Jersey or somewhere up north? They moved to Texas, but they picked Go Texan Day to arrive here. They're a little apprehensive in the car on the way into town. The guy's trying to reassure his wife. He's going, come on, honey, it's the year 2004. Houston's a city of 3 million people. It's not some hick ranch town. Just then they have to stop on the North Freeway while a goddamn trail ride crosses the interstate. Can't go to the rodeo without going to that. Do they still have it since they moved to Reliance? The carnival? Oh, man. What a bunch of bullshit. How exciting can a ride be if it fits on the back of a pickup? I saw one attraction a couple of years ago, the haunted camper. I'm standing out front going, hey, old man, I'm not getting in there with you. You throw some thumbs and we'll talk about it, sir. Have you been to the carnival? Are not the people operating the rides scarier than the rides themselves? Like, when did they let Manson go, huh? Put the scary-looking guy in the middle of the ride. The cars go in a circle. Everybody goes, ah! I just don't want to trust my life in the hands of some guy who spent like a month's salary getting a tattoo with a typo in it. It says Hell's Angels. What was the other attraction I saw? Oh, the ejection seat. You ever seen that one? It's a carnival ride. It's like a backwards bungee jump thing. You get in this thing, the ejection seat. Get in this chair, it shoots you up in the air 70 miles an hour, 150 feet, straight up. They call it the ejection seat. I got a better name for it. How about the stool softener? Oh, man. I was in Vegas recently. I love Las Vegas. My favorite town. People put money in the machine, then the machine tells you whether or not you won. Guess what? I want to be a human slot machine. Wouldn't that be a great job? A human slot machine. Stand on the aisle of the casino, going, try your luck right here. $1. Try your luck. Thank you. Sorry. Not this time, fucker. Man. I was at Bally's Hotel in Vegas, and they gave me my own honeymoon suite. A big circle bed, a mirror in the ceiling over the bed, and I was alone. Shit. When you're lying in that bed naked, that's your whole life staring back down at you. My only fear is there were 3 guys up there watching me. We have casinos now in Mississippi. Does that frighten anyone else besides me? A hillbilly casino? Jeez. Imagine that slot machine. Okra, sweet tater. Stupid people in Mississippi. Believe me, I used to live there. I saw a computer store in Jackson, Mississippi, and the sign out front said, Winders 98. But I love Houston. Houston's my hometown. I've lived here about 35 years out of my life. And the only problem Houston has, we don't have a fight song, a theme song, or anything we can get behind. I've written a new theme song called Ballad of Buffalo Bayou. And I'd like to do that to close tonight. Sing along if you know the words. This is a song about Houston, jewel on the bayou. The winters are comfortable, but the summers can fly you. And the only time it floods is when it rains. This is a song about Houston, Texas' largest city. We got a great nightclub scene. Half of them show titties, and it only looks polluted in the daytime. This is a song about H-Town, where they lowered the speed zones, but the drivers went twice as freaking fast as they felt they needed to go. If the traffic doesn't kill you, mosquitoes will. San Antonio has the river walk, beaches kinda rank. They got the bluest water you ever saw. They keep it in a tank. And the only time it sucks is when you're there. The future for Houston, we got light rail runs day and night, but the train doesn't go very far, but it does hit everything inside. And the only time it floods, everybody, when it rains. You guys are great. Enjoy the rest of the show. Go up to Jim Patterson. Let him hear it. Jim Patterson.